Hi, Cody Remaklus here again, buyer's agent Remaklus Realty. Today I'm going to be talking about trust in a relationship, in this relationship meaning the professional relationship between you and your potential agent. So today I'm going to be talking to you about trust and furthering my discussion around the decision-making process that can be so convoluted for people, especially around the process of buying a home. Trust, I have found to be the most rewarding part of my job and something I don't expect from my clients. It's just the highest form of compliment. And I earn that trust through counsel of my clients, through the relationship that we form. I've noticed in this era that we are in of social media and connection or lack thereof with people, person-to-person contact, that there's a real need for relationship building. And I think as a benefit to the way social media and technology has affected this part of being human and doing business, I think it's helped us become more literal in our approach to humanizing the process of getting to know each other, getting to doing business, coming to decisions, negotiating between you and I as client agent, and negotiating between you and I and the seller and the seller's agent. Because a part of this process that doesn't really show itself until you get into it is you could take the same house and buy it today, and then 10 years from now you could buy that same house and it would be a completely different transaction because there would be different humans involved on the other side of that transaction. Not just because you'd be a seller versus a buyer, but because there would be different party to the transaction on the other side. And until you meet those people and those personalities, you're not sure, you can't tell, you can't predict how it's going to go. So being a part of the process is truly what a buyer's agent, an exclusive buyer agent, is focused on. And they're bringing you into that process, showing you that you have a process and that you are also engaged in a new one. And in that process, to say that one more time, all levels of things are revealed to anyone willing to pay attention. So as a counselor, it's more of how I approach my business than just as a real estate agent, because I'm helping people with their decision-making processes. Sure, I have clients that are investors that have done most of the footwork, and I'm just there to help them either give them area knowledge or just simply help them through the transaction, connect them with the right lenders or connect them with the right escrow company for their needs. But for the rest of us, it's a process in learning each other and learning something of answering the phone when it rings and you gotta answer it. The unpredictability of real estate and of human beings in general is, I think, part of why the real estate business as a whole is so, unpredictable to people that aren't familiar with it. And even if you've bought a house or two houses, does not necessarily mean that you're familiar with it. As an agent, I've learned, and as an agent third generation in the business, I've learned from my grandfather and my mom that we learn something new every day because there are so many personalities involved in this business. Like I was saying, you could buy the same house at different times and it'll be a completely different transaction because there are different personalities involved on the other side. So it's constant relationship negotiation, this business. And that's not different from other walks of life. And I think I was beginning to speak also about technology and social media and the impact it's having on our ability to connect with others and the researchability of others as well before you connect with them. And so that's part of what we're doing here, is humanizing us as agents and as people that want to connect with people. That's actually the business we believe we are in, is the people business. Until we meet you and help you navigate your needs and wants, earn your trust through truly listening to you, and then helping you decipher what was truly the most important part of what you have bestowed on us as far as knowledge about you, and helping keep you true to what you've stated is really the most important thing to you about a home, about an investment, about your future. For a lot of people, buying a home, buying property is one of the biggest investments that they will make. Hopefully, it's the biggest one they make once, and then they do it again, and then they do it again. And we hope that because we would like to see people thrive. And real estate is a viable and trustworthy place to put money, because even if there's an earthquake, even if there's a fire, even if the economy tanks, the ground most likely is not going anywhere. And for that matter, you can weather storms of most types if you have an exclusive buyer agent on your side helping you purchase the property in the right way, not just for the right price, so that your ownership will last and that you can maintain that ownership. So trust is at the very core of what we get from what we do with our clients, with you. And that's also what we get at night before we fall asleep, is knowing that we were trustworthy today, that we earned trust, that we don't expect it. And I think that that is at the foundation of every functional relationship, including, and maybe most importantly, your professional ones, your professional relationships, I mean. They're an extension of how we live our lives and other walks. So trust is a meditational practice. It's a practice. It's a process. It's every day. It's never done. It's never completed. We don't ever graduate from the need for trust. And in this business, without it, I may have a client once, but that does not a career make. I am looking to develop relationships that become clients for a lifetime. And without trust, there's nothing to build a lifetime upon. So as a husband and father, brother, son, teacher, student, agent, bike rider, musician, Feldenkrais practitioner, I know that I'm engaged in a process in this life, and that I don't always know the first step that I'm going to take when it's a new endeavor. In fact, I think that's what makes it a new endeavor, that I don't know the first step. Or maybe even that I know the first step, but I have no idea what that's going to feel like or mean to me. So trust, to me, for those of you that think in these terms, that maybe think with your heart as much as your brain, or are learning to think more from your heart brain than just your head brain, trust will become more and more of how you decide who and what you do with your time and money. And where do you place your trust? And how do you know when you can trust someone or something? How do you know when you can trust your own decision-making process? Can you trust yourself to buy the right home? And I say, maybe not in this very instant, but it can be something that you not only earn, that I not only earn your trust, but that you earn your own trust in your own decision-making process. I invite you in that manner moving forward. So if you're interested in understanding more on this philosophical level, or if you just simply need an agent that you feel like will work for you, if you feel like this resonates with you, then please reach out, subscribe below, or feel free to contact me at cody@buyersnv.com. Thanks for your time. Hi, and thank you so much for watching our video. If you found it to be interesting, please take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel below. To stay tuned and updated on our blog and our page activities, please follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. All of our links to those are below in the description. Thanks again and see you next time.